Welcome to PVCR. We're based here on Hardwick Road in Runcorn. I'm going to show you the whole process today, from the receiving of the feedstock all the way through to dispatch of our finished white regrind chip. Now, it's important to mention at this stage that PVCR, all of our frames are offloaded internally inside the building. That's very different to a lot of recycling operations. So this is our frames bay, and that's typically the sort of stock that we receive on a daily basis. So we receive anywhere between 3 to 12 trucks a day, depending on the size, and they can be anywhere between 1 tonne and 25 tonnes. So our vehicles will normally offload in this area, and that could be walk-in floors, it can be tip trucks, and it could be the smaller 1 tonne carriage trucks. They'll offload in this area, and what we might do is push the shred nearer to our Xeno operation. This area is where we get a lot of our offloaded waste, and it's a chance for us to assess the quality of the incoming product as well. And this is typically what our incoming frames look like. We try to get as clean as possible, but of course they're coming from, it's post-industrial, they're coming from various locations, from building sites to reclamation council areas. So this is our shredding operation. We take the frames, which can be anywhere between 1 metre and 8 metres long. We'll put them through a process that reduces them to a 60mm shred. At the same time, we'll try and take out as much of the metal as possible. Now, frames in the UK are as much as 20% steel, so we try to take as much of that steel out as we can at this operation. So we operate over 2 buildings, and then so we'll send the shred from building 1 to building 2 via the overhead conveyor that you can see behind me. So as well as the window frames, or what we call post-consumer, we also process post-industrial waste as well. So these are offcuts from one of REHAU's customers, and of course this is something else that we'll process here at PVCR. Okay, so this is building 2, and here we'll take the 60mm shred and we'll separate it into 2 streams, and we'll remove as much metal again as we can before we then pass it into the wash plant. The wash plant removes all of the floating material, and the denser material, or PVC, will then process the next part of the operation, which is granulation. We will then reduce the 60mm chip into a 14mm chip, and then we dry the product. After drying, we will then do a final colour sort after removing any less dense material. The final check is a colour sort at the end of the line, and then off to our customers. REHAU's specification for white material is very high, so we remove a lot of non-white material at this stage. The white material is bagged up into 1 tonne bags, and then we will transfer it from these skids onto the vehicle that takes it to REHAU. On average, we will do 1 shipment every day, around about 22 tonnes on each shipment.